welcome to the Word Cafe podcast. This podcast has been designed with curated content that centers on the power of words. Can we really do anything without speaking? Can we really do anything without the agency of words? Yes, that is what this podcast is all about. And I am your host, Amakri Isoboye, your neighborhood word trader. I believe in the power of words, for it is the unit of creation. I trade in words to profit my world. Don't stop saying it. Keep saying it. For so mightily grew the word of God in the city of Ephesus and prevailed. Yes, that particular line was done by Pastor Chris Oyahilome of Christ Embassy. Growing up, listening to him when he talked about the power of words, repeating them, being consistent, staying, and eventually it becomes. Lately I've been pondering over the power of words. Yes, as in, I'm fascinated by words anyway, which you already know. That's why we call it the Word Cafe. By the way, how are you doing? How's your day been? Yeah, wonderful. So, that's why we're here. Now, I was just thinking, is there a way we can scientifically prove? Because, we live in an age and time where when things are said, the first thing that comes to our mind is, can you prove this? Can it be proven? How? And all whatnot. So I've been thinking, how do I test or prove the efficacy of my words or words spoken? So I was like, okay, maybe I can go to the lab, come up with something, carry out some scientific experiment to prove. As it is, our culture, we read, we research, we ask questions. So, before proceeding, I said, let me do a little bit of digging. And because of my digging, I came upon this study, or rather this report. And it's like a study that has been done already. I'm going to read it out. Yep. The title is just the same thing. The science behind power of words. Solomon Islands consist of 6 major islands and over 900 smaller islands in Oceania, lying to the east of Papua New Guinea and northwest of Vanuatu. There is a famous myth that when the islanders of the Solomon Islands of the Pacific want to cut down an enormous tree that seems difficult to chop down, they perform a special kind of curse. When you search for it on Google, they call it curse magic. The use of the word magic here is interesting. When humans do not understand something, it either doesn't exist for them or it is plain magic. According to the myth, the people of Solomon Islands yell and say negative things at the top of their voices to the trees. As a result of this negative energy transmitted to the tree dies and falls to the ground in some days. Many people have researched this old myth and even visited the place, but the claim has not proven to be true. The locals, however, still believe it. Can we technically prove it? There are many studies and experiments done on plants in which the same plants were placed in 3 separate rooms. In one room, kind words were spoken. In the second, harsh words were spoken. And in the third room, there was pin-drop silence. The results show that the plants which were exposed to kind words grew a little more than the other 2. What does it show? It shows that words are important. They affect all living beings. They affect all living beings. If they can affect plants, imagine the impact they would have on humans. But the problem occurs when the words are poisonous. They become a parasitic plant that resides inside that person, and his life gets stuck at that point in time. Now, to the interesting part. At times we hear people say that you weren't hit or injured. Those were mere words. The point is that despite many discoveries and inventions in science and in medicine, we have nothing that can measure the amount of pain a person suffers caused by someone's inappropriate language. A Japanese scientist and water researcher, Dr. Masura Emoto, has revealed that thoughts and vibrations affect the molecular structure of water. After studying water for many years through high-speed photography of water crystals and by the use of MRA, a vibration measuring device, to record emotional vibrations in humans, Dr. Emoto observed that water reacts to the sound vibrations. The water crystals formed beautiful geometric shapes when words of love and gratitude were spoken near the water. But when evil words were uttered near another sample of water taken from the same source, the crystals smashed. They turned into destructed shapes. The pictures, yes, we have some pictures here, shows the observation of Dr. Emoto. The research of Dr. Emoto showed that water has memory. You know who said that? Olaf. Yes. Frozen. And effects on things. For instance, plants, trees, and above all, humans. It can have a strong impact on human consciousness, since a human body contains 70% water. So the words we hear have impressions on our heart and mind because the water inside reacts accordingly. Dr. Emoto's research provides enough evidence that the person complaining of someone's bad attitude, yes, is hot and is reacting for a reason. It is important to know that, yes, to know how we can make someone's day or ruin it with mere use of words, at times without even realizing how harsh or productive they were. According to research, the water content in trees varies, but some have 50% and some even 77 to 90% water. Now, does this justify Solomon Island myth? Well, I applied the same water research to this myth. We might find out if the islanders speak the truth. Yes. So seeing this, I was like, so I'm not alone after all in this business, and it goes a long way till I prove, or rather strengthen my conviction about the usage of words, utterances. There's something I do as an individual. I'd like to share that with you. I call it word audit. Sitting down to take stock of words I have spoken in course of the day, And I come to see that certain things, not practically everything, so to say, around me gravitates towards those words I have uttered, I have spoken. You can do that exercise. You'll come to see that everything, yes, I dare say, everything happening around us, they are as a result of words we have uttered, words we have subjected ourselves to. Yes, what do I mean by that? Man is a spirit who dwells in a body, and he has a soul. So what we do is more spiritual than physical, because the physical is just like the screen that reveals the spiritual, if I must put it that way. Yes. So many a times we speak words in anger, we speak words in disappointment. Be careful, because your consciousness lies within the framework of those words you speak. Yes, those words you speak, those words you utter. Look around you. Yes, cast your mind back. Try to track it, and all that you would see. So many things that have been happening around us, around you, around your home, around your family. They are as a result of what you have spoken. Yes, what you have spoken, what you are declaring, what you are saying. They are as a result of that. So what do I do? In order to channel my energy correctly, put it in perspective, and control, yes, the conversation and the narrative around my life, is to speak those words, is to declare those positive words, is to say them because you believe. Because even if you don't believe, when you say them, they become. Yes. Look at every major event that has happened on planet Earth. Remember, the earth was created by spoken words. And for things, that law of spoken words is still in existence. The earth was created by spoken words. So that law is still in existence. So when you activate it, consciously or unconsciously, hello, you are creating. You are bringing into existence. You are calling forth things. Yes. Look at that. Every major event on planet Earth, recorded history. Go and check it. They all happened because a group of people or a person made a pronunciation, called it forth. Go ahead, pick up Dr. Martin Luther's I Have a Dream speech. Go through it carefully. Yes, look at what happened after the events. Very true. Pick up Abraham Lincoln's speech in the United States. Go ahead, look at that. A century ago. It's there. Pick up the Word of God also. There's a story in the Bible about the walls of Jericho. Yes, when the walls of Jericho fell, Joshua made some pronunciation concerning, yes, whoever comes to raise these walls, what will happen? It will be at the expense of the blood of the children of that individual. Go research, read it. Did it come to pass? It did. So when we subject ourselves to an authority, one that we have given permission to influence us, to have influence over us, when they speak words, we are subject to them, so to say. Yes, and they become. So those things you have been saying, you think they are not real. You think It is time to create that joy, that happiness, that yes. Now ask yourself this question. I want you to ask yourself, really, if I don't speak anything good, what will happen? Well, it is what you have not spoken. In principle, that will happen because you are already speaking it. Yes. Oh, I'm finished, you say it. Oh, I'm done for. Oh, what good will come from me? Excuse me? Hello? No, you don't have to do that. You don't have to. You just look at yourself and speak those words. Those positive words, those nice words. Somebody say, of what good will that be? Of what good will it not be when you don't? It's the same, yes. So, take a grip of yourself. Just like what Professor Emoto has done in his research. Yes. Yes. Speak it. The words we speak, they are powerful. Remember, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Imagine. Yes, your mind is trying to grapple around it. It's like, what did you just say now? What did you just say now? You heard me. You are a creator. Yes, because you were made in the image. So what are you doing? Speak. I believe strongly. Most of the things we see, negatives, all around us, they are products of spoken words. Yes, products of spoken words, where people that had gone before us declared, and unconsciously towards these declarations are just hanging there and manifesting. So it is time for us to stand and for those negativity and begin to counter them. The power of spoken words. Everything we do starts from words. Your dreams, your aspirations, your desire, they all begin from that very foundation. That's why we say it here. I believe in the power of words. Why? It is the unit of creation. Wonderful. It is real. The science behind the power of words. Well, enough said for one morning. Go ahead. Step out into the day with that renewed mindset, with that renewed position, and speak the word. Don't stop speaking it positively, that is. Don't stop speaking it, because we are existing in that future that we called into being some years ago. Alright then, gotta go now. Till we come your way again. So mightily grew the word of God in the city of Ephesus. Now, in your own city, what happened? Prevailed. Bye for now.
Oh, yeah, beautiful. Before we sign off, I just want to encourage you. Yeah, it's been a wonderful time. And also, I'd like to hear from you, your feedback. You've been listening to the Word Cafe podcast. I would love to hear from you, the feedback. If you have any questions, you go ahead and ask those questions. You can reach me at my email address, amakri.garibaldi @gmail.com. Amakri is AMACHRLEGARIBALDI @gmail.com. And we'll get back. You know how we do it on the show. Thank you.
Hearts and time, it has been with you on the Word Cafe podcast today. Thank you for being there. You can catch me up on my social media handles, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, all at Amakri Isoboye. Also, you can get copies of my books, A Cocktail of Words, The Color of Words, and my HRO notebook on Amazon and on Roving Heights online bookstores. You can also subscribe to my YouTube page at the same address. Yes, till we see you again. Bye for now.